Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Now, F1 2020 was such a good year. I'm still getting a kick from having all those new and different races that we had at these different tracks that we haven't raced at for a long time or never raced at before. So, this series I am calling the Alternative F1 Races. Basically, of every race weekend I'll be jumping in to Assetto Corsa in VR and taking part in a Grand Prix weekend, but the tracks that I'll be using, none of them be on the current F1 calendar. So there'll be tracks that are either in the same country or close enough to where the original race was, just to change it up and let's see what F1 would be like in completely different places, some places you wouldn't even think of. With that said, let's get into the race.
So to pick an alternative for the Monaco Grand Prix was really quite difficult because the entire track takes up all of the country of Monaco, and it's difficult. And the nearest racetrack is Paul Ricard, so I couldn't use that track either. So it was really difficult to try and figure out what racetrack I wanted to use. And then it hit me: what about the Indy 500? Because Formula One used to use the Indy 500 as part of its calendar, so what if Formula One used the Indy 500 still on the calendar? So this is my alternative for Monaco Grand Prix. It is the Indy 500. So as normal in these, I'm driving as driver of the day, which is Mr. Sebastian Vettel from the 2021 Monaco Grand Prix. And yeah, we got a bit of practice and quali from the Indy 500, and then the race, quarter distance as normal, so a 50 lap race of the Indy 500. Okay, so something happened during practice and quali, and the cars weren't leaving the pits for whatever reason. So I'll just click skip session, and it's put us in a complete random order. Now you will notice that there are some names there, some teams, some cars that don't like, well, there's no yellow car in F1, so you're probably like, what's happening? Well, again, in the 1950s, the Indy 500 was part of the Formula One season. It was also part of the Indycar season. So that is an Indycar set in front of me. So, the random grid order is Fernando Alonso in his Alpine on pole position. The two Red Bulls, Sergio Perez and Max Verstappen, are second and third. Yuki Tsunoda is fourth. Kimi Raikkonen fifth. Daniel Ricciardo sixth. The two Haas's of Mazepin and Schumacher seventh and eighth, amazingly. Esteban Ocon is ninth. Then we've got Simon Pagenaud in the Indycar, 10th. Nicholas Latifi 11th. Lance Stroll 12th. Pierre Gasly 13th. Bottas 14th. Tony Kanaan 15th. Felipe Nasser in his IndyCar 16th. Lando Norris ahead of Max Chilton, who's ahead of Helio Castroneves, who's in front of us. George Russell is just there. We are Sebastian Vettel. We have Antonio Giovinazzi there. We have Charles Leclerc over there. Marcus Ericsson is directly behind us, so we need to make sure we don't get hit by Ericsson. Carlos Sainz is 25th on the grid. Lewis Hamilton, starting where he started in Monaco, where it felt like he started in Monaco, was 26th. Pato O'Ward in the McLaren IndyCar, 27th, and Takuma Sato, 28th on the grid. So, hell yeah, IndyCars and Formula One cars for 50 laps of the Indy 500s. So it's lights out and sort of away we go. A bit of a start. There's no rolling starts available in the Assetto Corsa, so it has to be. There's no rolling starts available in the Assetto Corsa, so it had to be a standing start. There we go. I'm in top gear now. We'll open the DRS. DRS open full time in this course. Bump up the delivery of my ERS. fiddle with that. Right, and let's see what we can do. Tapping on the back of Castroneves. I mean, already sort of go in a row. We've got Castroneves trying to get past the McLaren of Lando. Try around the outside here. Works! Lando cuts right in front of me. So that would have lost us a rear. That would have lost us a front wing. Thankfully, no damage. Just scoot past Lando. The problem is now we're in this cluster here. We'll get out of the slipstream of Max Chilton. Teammate Lance Stroll, and it's about to be Bottas. Going 3 wide down the pit straight. Oh, Bottas blocks off, but Latifi comes right in front of me. We'll try and hold the inside. Latifi comes back down. Straight away, this is an interesting in 500, and like, it's not like the Formula 1 cars or the Indy cars are pulling away from the Formula 1 cars. Like, we're all still together. But Latifi's gone, so I can drop down. Let's see who this is ahead of me. I really can't tell. I think it's Ocon. So many position changes. The graphics don't update until you cross the line. Scoot past Mick Schumacher. 2 IndyCars are desperately trying to find a way past Nikita Mazepin. They're having as much trouble getting past him as F1 drivers do. There we go. I'll slot in behind this IndyCar. Danny Rick pulls out. I'm going to try and go around the outside of Danny Rick. Just about to hold it off, but I get stuck behind the IndyCar. Danny Rick is behind. My God, we're only getting on to lap 5. It's Felipe Nasr ahead of us. Fortunately, I don't have Romain Grosjean in the Indy cars. This is a 2020 IndyCar mod. Get past Felipe Nasr. Come on, 3-1 in this corner. Meet the Alpha and the Alpha. There we go, up to 4th place now. So, who we got in front? We have Sergio Perez, Simon Pagenaud, and Fernando Alonso. Alonso after his triple crown. Can Alonso get his triple crown in a Formula 1 car? That'll be what he's answering. I've got an IndyCar all over the back of me. That IndyCar, whichever that IndyCar is, it is flying. I'm going to get scoot past him here. There's a bit of space on the inside of Alonso. I think it's Tony Kanaan in that black IndyCar. It is indeed. It's Tony Kanaan. And we got Nasr coming back at us as well. So the IndyCars are starting to stretch their legs now. The IndyCars are definitely quicker than the F1 cars in a straight line. However, the F1 cars, I think, are slightly faster through the corners, and we get just as much advantage from the slipstream as the Indy cars do. So this race is going to be quite tense. Oh, there goes Tony Kanaan. So we've got Pagenaud, Nazar and Kanaan all in front. So I am the lead F1 driver. Just got to be able to keep with the guys in the front. See if I can keep up with them. I've got a block from Marcus Ericsson. I've got Ericsson all over the back of me. These Indy cars are now really stretching their legs. Right, I'm going to try and stick it in a slipstream. And use what I can to sort of get a tow, and while I charge my ERS, although look, he's just pulling away so much. The Indy cars are so much faster than the F1 cars. First there goes Castroneves, and here comes Chilton. Here comes Sato now. Just not gaining speed even behind them in the slipstream. I think I'm just bouncing off the rev limiter. I'm not getting any more speed out of the car. And the problem is, in the current rules with F1, is you can't change the gearing with current F1 rules. So we'll sack them as we are. Here comes Pato Award in the McLaren Indycar, that is. But slip in the slipstream. I mean, 2 kilometers per hour and then lose it all in the corner. I think that's it. I think that's all the Indy cars in front of us now. It's now a race of Indy cars and F1 cars. We're on lap 16 of 50. Oh my god. I'm on lap 29, and behind me is Simon Pagenaud, who's on lap 30. I'm 9th, I'm the fastest of all the F1 cars, and I've been lapped.
Bye, have a beautiful time.
Right, Simon, pull me along, take me with you. I'll increase my ERS to try and keep up with you. Come on, take me with you. Don't hit me, Ericsson. There he goes. First there's the clash in sponsorships, because McLaren have an IndyCar team, which Pato Award is driving, plus the 2 F1 cars. But also Marcus Ericsson is sponsored by Husky Chocolates, which also sponsor McLaren. There's the clash of interests there. No, lap 37, leaves are on lap 38. So just over 10 laps to go. And there goes Pato Awards. Again, so all the Indy cars are a lap ahead of the F1 cars as they go on to lap 45 with 5 or 6 laps for them to go. I'm going on to lap 43. Oh no, they're already on lap 44. We're already on lap 44. Some Pagenaud's halfway around that lap already. That's how far ahead he is. I don't think I'll be lapped by Pagenaud again, but I might be. Lando, what you need to do, mate, is take him out like he tried to take you out. I don't even know where Lando is. He's not even in the top 20. To be fair, I'm 9th and first of the F1 cars. I'm coming on to my 46th lap. The Indy cars are on their 47th, and I'm about to lap someone. I'm about to lap my first F1 car, and it's Hamilton. Hamilton is last. Oh dear, dear, dear. Hamilton's last, just behind a McLaren, and I can't tell if it's a Haas or an Alfa. It's Lando Norris there. Passing him, I think it's an Alfa Romeo up ahead. I think Raikkonen is 21st, so I think this is going to be Giovinazzi. Lando's trying to come back at me with the slipstream. There's the Haas. It's a green helmet, it is Giovinazzi. So those three have had a horrid time, particularly Lewis Hamilton. Right, leader is on final lap. Whoa, I hit the wall because I was looking around. Stuck in between, behind Gio again. Right, one more lap of the Indy 500 and the Indy 50. Mate, here we go. Last lap, there we go. It's been an interesting race. Obviously the Indy cars have flown ahead. They sort of would a lot of time, although amazingly whenever I did like little bits of testing of this, they always sort of stuck around the same pace, but I think that was just the AI not being able to pass particularly well. But other than that, yeah, the Indy cars were obviously designed to be around here. I probably should have picked Indy road cars, and like the Indy cars designed for normal racetracks. See how they have handled it. Oh, that is 9th place for me, and the winner of the Formula 1 class, I guess. Yeah, so Simon Pagenaud came first with Tony Kanaan second, Marcus Ericsson third, so they take the podium. Max Chilton, Helio Castroneves, Takuma Sato, Felipe Neza and Pato O'Ward come 6th, 7th and 8th. I came 9th, leader of the F1 cars, along with Sergio Perez just behind. If I can find my mouse and if it will work. Behind us was Yuki Tsunoda, Nikita Mazepin was 12th, Charles Leclerc 13th, Alonso 14th, Gasly 15th, Ricciardo, Latifi, Stroll, Ocon, Russell down in 20th, and then the places that don't exist in F1 currently are 21st, Kimi Raikkonen, 22nd, Valtteri Bottas, horrible day for Mercedes, Mick Schumacher was 23rd, Carlos Sainz was 24th, Max Verstappen would have been the next car that we'd lapped in 25th, Giovinazzi 26th, Lando Norris 27th, and Sir Lewis Hamilton last down in 28th. That was a rather interesting race, particularly with the mixed starting grid. Some of the F1 cars actually seem to have a chance at the beginning of that, so that's really fascinating. Let me know if you think Formula 1 should race the Indy 500 as part of the IndyCar series. I'm sure the teams would change up the cars so that it matched similar pace to the Indy cars, but that was a lot of fun. I think a good alternative to Monaco. So yeah, tune in next time for the alternative Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Yeah, bye.